One of the worst things that can happen to a hiker or backpacker are injuries. On today's episode, I want to talk about emerging therapy, red light therapy, a promising therapy shown through new research that we can speed up our rate of healing. To illustrate this, I'll be using Prungo, a red light therapy device. This video is not sponsored, it's not paid. Prungo did offer to send this to me to check it out, which I gladly accepted because who doesn't want faster healing? The research on red light therapy has been coming out in the last few years and it's looking very good. This article here says red light therapy benefits and side effects include skin and anti-aging among several red light therapy benefits. The most widely used is the impact it has on the skin. The therapy has been proven to stimulate collagen production, which in turn improves skin elasticity. This makes red light therapy effective for skincare, particularly for its anti-aging effects. We've also got elimination of acne and inflammation. If you're someone like myself who has dealt with a lot of acne and inflammation, most specifically foods I'm allergic to, red light therapy is showing positive effects for this as well. It says unlike UV light, which may worsen skin conditions, red light is kind to the skin. It doesn't cause irritation, making it perfect for sensitive skin users. This combination of the three red lights and this band that comes from Prungo, you can see it's got a stretchiness to it, so it's really good for stretching around your leg. You can use this in multiple different ways. It's got these like double-sided Velcro ends, so you can put them through this double hoop here. You can either put it through one way or the other, and then you can double it back and tighten it down and use it to shorten the whole thing. I use this for squeezing it and getting it nice and tight around my leg. I've been using it on my IT band. I've also shortened this up quite a bit so all the red lights are close together, and had it on top of my head here for treating my my bald patch back here. We've got improving skin tone and texture. Most users have pronounced improvements in their skin tone and texture through regular use. This is because red light therapy promotes enhanced blood circulation, thereby facilitating oxygen and nutrient supply to the skin and making the complexion look smoother. This may be helpful combating skin conditions such as fine lines, wrinkles, sun damage, scarring, etc. Another place we've seen the red light therapy is on Huberman Lab podcast. If you're not familiar with Andrew Huberman, he's a doctor of neuroscience, focuses on the brain. We've got 4 different clips here of him talking on it.
Admittedly, there are some excellent case uses for red light therapy, particularly for acne, wound healing, even for improving vision, especially in people beyond the age of 40. For some hormone augmentation, we can get into cells. It can access the mitochondria. It can increase ATP.
Now, being a hiking channel, the main benefits we're looking at here are this: muscle recovery and pain relief. So it says beyond skincare, red light therapy induces cellular regeneration, decreases inflammation. This is a big one when it comes to hikers, especially if you're putting in a lot of distance, and acts to reduce muscle soreness and shorten recovery times. Now, one of my favorite ways I like to use this Prungo unit is I have it, you can see down here on my leg, and I basically just use this band over my knee and over my foot, and I have it onto my leg here. So you can see the problem I've been having with my ankle is this ankle is the one that's partially sprained, or it was sprained. And so I have this directly on that spot right underneath the ankle, and you can see I'm getting some light here and also some light here. So now I've been having nerve damage all the way from the bone up here all the way down my leg. So I'll let this run. You can see here it's got 5 minutes left on the clocks here. I'm using it on the mid setting right now. After 8 minutes, I'll just grab this and just slide it up about the width of the unit itself. And then now I'm hitting a new area on my leg here, and I can just do this 3 times and it'll basically cover my entire leg all the way from the top up here where I'm having the nerve pain. It goes all the way down.
As long as we're on the topic of photobiomodulation, what about red light, near infrared light? Is there any evidence that it can benefit skin health and appearance? Nowadays, you can find masks that will emit red light. Some people will purchase red lights they stand in front of.
I think they're very effective. I think they work great. The question is, to what extent is that improvement objective and measurable, and what extent is subjective? That being said, there's a lot of evidence that shows that red light therapy improves vascular flow in the skin. We use it for things like hair restoration, post-procedure recovery, improvement in skin health after UV damage. We actually found a recent study that looked at red light therapy and irradiating mice. And if you pre-treat the mice with red light therapy before they get UV exposure compared to controls, the pre-treated group had much less of the changes with UV exposure. So very fascinating stuff.
That's very interesting. So essentially it gives you protection, I guess, from the sun. A different side effect than we're even really talking about here today, mostly muscle recovery, wound healing, if you have sprains, cuts, strains, all that kind of stuff from any hiking, backpacking, outdoor adventures. Maybe in the future, hikers will be doing red light therapy before they go out, and that'll give them enough protection throughout the day that there won't be much need for sunscreen or minimal amounts. The next one here I have been testing with, and that's hair regrowth stimulation. New research also shows red light therapy promotes hair growth, making it an effective tool for people with thinning hair or pattern baldness. I've been testing this out for a while. My head thins at the top here. I have plenty of drone shots. I'll show you what it looked like before, and then I've got footage of what this looks like afterwards. So we're going to take a look at the top of my head now. Without a doubt, my head is thickening up. A bit of a bizarre thing to film here, but my double crown here has always been really thin, but ahead of it here, this part right there is where it was really thin. And you can see on the drone footage I've shot all over the place, this area was like really balding. I've seen the research is good, but I didn't really know if this is going to work or not. Stick the Prungo on my head for 20 minutes a day and just kind of move it around. I've been moving it forward and back and getting a bit of the sides and stuff.
For post-procedure, we recommend it for hair regrowth. There's some evidence that if you increase blood flow to the dermal papilla of the hair, it grows new hair. That's how minoxidil or Rogaine works. But I like it. I think it's a great product, a great group of products or devices.
If we look at what Brian Johnson has been doing, if you're not familiar with him, he's the guy here who spends $2 million a year on trying to extend human life. He only keeps things in his protocol that work, and red light therapy is one of those things.
And then finally, let me walk over here and show you this. We have sustained red light therapy. We weren't certain whether it justified the time. I do this 3 times a week for 12 minutes. It uses both red light and near infrared. It's good for skin health, for healing, for mitochondrial health. Red light therapy has been shown to be useful for depression when it's exposed to the forehead. So there's all kinds of things that just has general health benefits. And because I do work out quite a bit, I'm pretty active, giving a little boost to my recovery. So this one, we feel like the evidence is there to support doing this, even though we can't directly measure its effect because it's compounded upon other things we do. I'm very happy with the progress we've made. Looking at my damage, I think when I started, I was in like the 98th percentile. My skin age was like 64 on one of the markers. On my recent measurement, I was between 37 and 42. So had significant improvements in the measurement.
So this is a guy who has a full-time doctor who measures him, and he's saying red light therapy is working for him. And it's also helping to combat his balding head. He also uses some moisturizer, some oils and stuff, as well as red light therapy. He has a cap as well he puts on his head. Now, being someone who sold his company for $800 million, he can afford all these fancy toys as well as these huge red light panels. But for people like you and me, something like this, the Prungo unit, has multiple red lights. You can position them where you want. I cinch mine up into a little bundle like this and then put them on top of my head like that. Not only that, for muscle soreness, all that, wherever you need this, you can just strap it onto your body and give yourself that relief, muscle recovery, reduce soreness, and reducing pain. There's numerous different connection points here where these connect, and these simply just pop off like this. So you can take these red light units out and just use them like that if you wanted to, but they connect onto this. There's multiple different connection points here. They simply just slip into the unit like that, and they click into the middle. So there's another connection point here. There's these smaller pieces in the middle here that connect between the two like that. And the same goes on this side here. There's another elastic Velcro bit here, and you can see it's double-sided Velcro. So it allows for a lot of opportunities on how you want to use this. If you want to have it over your shoulder, and say you had something on your chest or your back or something like that, you could strap it down there. You could extend this length, go across. You could go across your waist, however you'd want it to get it, hit the spots that hurt. In the case of Brian Johnson here, though, he does a full panel, as he said, 3 times a week for, I think, 12 minutes at a time. And that basically hits all of his body at once. And then he uses a cap on top of this.
All right, the next thing I'm going to do is red light therapy. I was doing previously 3 times a week, 12 minutes, so 36 minutes. And lately I've been doing 6 minutes a day. Easier to just have this fall into the routine, workout, go to red light therapy for 6 minutes, and then shower and be ready for the day. So I'll put my eyewear on. Yeah, it's red light and near infrared.
I should note, when you turn these things on, they are insanely bright, which doesn't really come up on camera here, but there's no way you can even look at them. They're so bright.
So let's do this.
Jumping over to a different website here, Dr. Stephen Anton talks about anti-aging and skin health, but wound healing and tissue repair. The therapy accelerates the body's natural healing process by promoting cellular repair and reducing inflammation. Red light therapy can speed up recovery from wounds, surgeries, or injuries. This is particularly beneficial for chronic wounds or conditions like diabetic ulcers, where traditional healing methods may be slower. I've noticed this personally with healing a sore, twisted ankle. Ironically, I twisted my ankle not while hiking, but stepping off of a curb of all things, and it just took forever to heal. And after about 2 or 3 weeks, I received the Prungo unit here in the mail and started using this to treat my twisted sore ankle, and it healed much faster after I started using it. This unit has 3 different settings. Right now it's set to mid. You can see there if you push this button though, it goes to strong, and then it also has low, or mild as it says. I usually use it on the strong setting, which is for 20 minutes. Essentially it's 8 minutes, 15 minutes, and 20 minutes for low, medium, and high. As for charging, you can see here these 2 little dots. This simply just drops into a dock, and the dock charges all 3 of them. There's 3 slots, so all 3 of these get charged at the same time, and you just plug in the dock. This is a really easy unit to use. This is a great place to get into red light therapy if you don't know anything about it. You just want to get some pain relief. For me, like nerve pain in my leg, the top of my shin, on my ankle, on my lower back. I just set it up like this. I put it on my lower back like that, and then all I do is I just shift it a bit. I just run it for 8 minutes or 15 or 20 minutes a piece, and then rotate it once, and then I'm good to go. It hits my whole lower back. I can do that while I'm working. It's super easy peasy. Also says muscle recovery. Athletes and fitness enthusiasts use red light therapy to aid muscle recovery and reduce exercise-induced fatigue. Red light therapy can decrease muscle soreness, promote faster healing, micro tears in muscle tissue, potentially leading to improved performance and reduced downtime between workouts. We've got mood and sleep improvement. Emerging research suggests that red light therapy may influence mood and sleep quality by helping regulate circadian rhythms and reducing stress. Red light therapy may contribute to better sleep patterns, enhanced mental well-being.
Involve the use of red light early in the day within 3 hours of waking and are for the sake of improving neuronal function. Red light has also been shown to be beneficial late in the day and even in the middle of the night. And when I say middle of the night, I'm referring to studies that explore the use of red light for shift workers. It can be beneficial to use red lights at night, a novel non-pharmacological intervention to promote alertness in shift workers. The takeaway from this study is very clear. If you need to be awake late at night for sake of shift work or studying or taking care of children, etc., red light is going to be your best choice, because if the red light is sufficiently dim, it's not going to inhibit melatonin production, and it's not going to increase cortisol at night.
This is very much an emerging topic right now, red light therapy. All the initial research is very positive in faster wound recovery, skin elasticity, faster healing, muscle soreness, all this good stuff. Perhaps red light therapy, like this unit from Prungo, will be a staple in every home going forward. If you guys want to check out this unit, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.